This is episode 2 of What's Wrong with Women. Today we're looking at Jasleen Singh.
So I'm getting a new puppy and I'm so excited. I'm a little bit like overwhelmed because I'm like, oh my God. Like, not that I hope.
Fuck. Jeez. Jasleen Singh is a nobody. We know her name because she's married to a famous she's married to a famous comedian called Akashi Singh. She recently started a podcast and her clips are going viral because of what she says, how she speaks, and the terrible things she does to her husband. She doesn't sit like a married woman, so it's weird. So let's see what she has to say. I don't know why this isn't pausing.
I'm a little bit like overwhelmed because I'm like, oh my God. Like, not that I hope I'm making the right decision, but like, I hope this doesn't like fuck up my whole life because it's a lot. Having a puppy is a lot, and I'm a very committed dog mom.
Can I just say there's a stain on her shirt right there? Is that a stain? It looks like a stain.
Like 3-4 shows, and she goes, "Can you walk Happy?" Because I'm tired. Honestly, yes. Retweet, but also Akash hasn't been doing shit for Happy this week because he's been sick. So also whatever. Men being sick. Horrible. I hate men being sick. It's the worst genre of man. They're so Nahal. Like, I swear to God, the way this guy has been sleeping in his cocoon, like he's been hibernating, it's like you think he fucking came down with like fucking TB or something.
Wow. So that is a loving wife, traditional loving wife of a traditionally loving husband, got married under Hindu custom. And that's what she says. You think he came down with TB. As a loving wife, you're supposed to take care of your husband. Look at how she's sitting down like a fucking OnlyFans harlot. And yeah, I mean, her issue has been discussed a lot, but for our purposes, we're trying to show you what is possible, what women are capable of doing. Women operate in a spectrum, right? Women are a kaleidoscope of different emotions and just idiosyncrasies that it will take an eternity to understand. So truly, we will never run out of content. We will never run out of episodes. There will always be something to say. But you grow up thinking that women are these wonderful creatures. You just have to find the right one, and when you find them, they'll be fine and they'll take care of you when you're sick. And that's why, as a man, you work hard to be a very good man to get that very good woman. Because Akashi Singh, he's a comedian. He travels all around the world, all around America at least, doing stand-up, writing jokes, doing his best, going on podcasts, working, so that he can maintain some kind of lifestyle for this person. And this is how she responds to that when he finally breaks down from being sick, traveling different places, breathing different airs, meeting different people. This is how she reacts to it.
Fucking came down with like fucking TB or something. Like, girls, like, this is a true story. Before I had my gallbladder emergency surgery, I was in so much pain, but I had an interview to do for journalism school for a project, and I was like, well, I should just get the interview done. I did the interview, then went to the emergency room. That's how fucking tough girls are.
I feel like sissies truly when they're sick. Like, it's a little cool. It's like, oh, can you please get me a blanket and soup? And of course I do that. I love my mans.
I do it, but I'm like, here.
Man up.
Man up. Yeah, get your fucking shit together. We gotta go to Mew Mew on Sunday.
Yeah, we have plans,
Sundays are for Mew Mew.
Okay. Mew Mew. Let's see. I actually don't know what Mew Mew is. Oh, this woman shit. What is Mew Mew? Okay, Mew Mew is an online boutique. It's what is it? What is Mew Mew? Oh, subsidiary of Prada. Wow. Okay. Headed by Michia Prada. Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. That is not funny. So it's like Prada but for Asians. Is that what I'm saying here? Okay. Interesting. So they're in New York, yeah. Oh, that's a crying shame. So that's what Jasleen Singh is. Here she's talking about how she wants to sleep with her best friend's husband right in front of his face. Look at how she's sitting, look at how she's dressed. It does not matter. This entire scenario, this entire saga of Jasleen Singh and her husband. One, this is many husbands. This is many men. Many men are married to this type of woman. They're married to this woman. This woman is many, 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 many women. She does not find her husband attractive. She fantasizes constantly about other men. The only difference is that you may not hear your wife, your girlfriend, vocalizing it. You may not hear them talking about it. The only issue here, the only reason why we have an episode here today is because she has a podcast and we are able to see it. That is the difference. There are millions, maybe billions of women who think, act, and behave exactly like this. But they don't have the platform, and maybe they don't also have the courage, the bravery to speak up like this. She does, because she's well-educated, feminist, Americanized, westernized. Therefore, she has the space and the platform to do it.
Men that measure up to him, and like Nav completely measures up to him, if not more.
Nav completely measures to my husband, if not more. That is just an underhanded way of saying he's better than my husband. And that's it. That is such... I mean, do we need to send women to school to learn how to talk to or about their husbands? Do we need to do that? It's not something that you should just know, that you don't speak about your husband unless it's in glowing, affirmative, positive terms. You do not compare other men to your husband. Are you insane? Like, wait, let me just do this. Let me just do this. Since she's Indian, I want to see something. I want to see what this is. Because where is this done? Let's see what countries do it. Okay, so here we go. So she's Indian, right? So it does happen in India. Okay, so I want to know what it is. What happens? What is this? So it's something bad happens to the woman. Preserving, in order to preserve or recover the honor that the victim is perceived as having violated or lost as a result of her actions, which may be a source of shame in the society, right? Okay. We don't care about all this. But let's see. General characteristics, planned control behavior concerning sexuality and marriage. Oof. Family will be act. Okay. I want to see what causes it. Okay. She can be targeted, including refusing to enter an arranged marriage, being the victim of sexual assault, seeking a divorce, adultery, the mere perception that a woman has acted in a manner to bring dishonor to the family is sufficient to trigger justice. Exactly. And she's Indian, so I don't get it. Well, the point being that she can't try this in India, can she?
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
I'm toxic. Like, how do you think I have to keep up with her?
No, he be saying some boss ass shit. What is the stuff he says to you that I'm just like, that's fire?
Oh, now just puts his dick out on the table. My meeting.
Wow. Honestly, I thought I could actually continue with this. I thought I could actually sit down and do a whole spread, break this woman down. But even from here, I feel like participating in this, bro. Like I feel like yeah, let's do this, because I don't get it. I do not get it, and I'm not even Indian. Honest, let's see what's next. Let's just see the next clip. I can't.
So many girls in my life personally that have been with guys that weren't transparent about money, and they ended up being terrible in other aspects, and like people ended up breaking up in divorces. So that is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one. That means paying for the first date and everything. I know that it's rough out there, inflation. Like, I'm not saying to just like waste it on every single girl, but if a girl is special, you should be courting her properly.
Courting is not real. Courting is a 1900s word. So this is a full thing on her compilation. Maybe we'll go. Courting is such a strange word to use from the 1900s, shall I say. I'm not too convinced honestly, I can't stand this woman. I'm not even sure. I think I've broken down exactly what her problem is, and I've broken down what the solution is, especially since she's Indian. Like, the family needs to figure something out. I don't know. But yeah, I can't. I can't. Okay, so yeah, so let's try to conclude the story, right? So you can see how the husband is frustrated. They're turning into a joke. I guess the blowback or going on flagrant kind of helped the blowback. They gave her the queen's chair to explain herself, and all she kept saying was she's a repressed schoolgirl.
Yes, dude, I'm the exception.
Yeah,
I
I think I also get overstimulated because Akash does it a lot, like every 30 seconds. Like,
I got it now. Just like, I got it.
That's why I grabbed your chin so you couldn't.
I didn't move my face though. You're close to check. Who's mic? Mine? Oh, sorry. Okay.
This was a pathetic watch. I don't think people watched the show. I think people just watched the clips. But I watched the clips. I listened to her explain herself. One, she was lying the entire time. And two, they were it was very easy for them to make up excuses or exacerbate her shortcomings. It was basically damage control. We all knew what it was. We all knew it was an attempt to salvage the situation because it was really, really, really bad. And it was really that bad. And it was clear that they had to come together to tell the woman, look, you have to calm down. And then they used flagrant as a medium to, kind of humanize her because she was getting way out of hand. People are still, as much as people are normies, they still have a general sense of what is right and what is wrong. And everyone has realized that she is wrong. And this is kind of a humane version of an HK. They're trying to restore the man's honor by getting her to say things that will, paint her and the marriage and the husband in a more positive light. They're trying to, patch up what she has destroyed with her uncontrollable mouth.
Yeah, suck that off you. Okay, so it is a little bit overstimulating for you.
yeah, it like regulates him, but it kind of overstimulates me. And like the videos people have seen are like
This girl says that she doesn't kiss her husband in public. She dodges her husband's face because she believes that it overstimulates her. And every video we have of her with her husband in public, the husband tries to kiss her. She's very beautiful. I mean, at least the makeup says. And she dodges his kisses. And she's coming out to tell us that the reason she dodges her husband's kiss is because she gets overstimulated in public when he tries to publicly display his affection. This is the woman who 3 minutes ago talked about her husband's friend having a nice dick and the husband of her friend not needing to say anything, just bringing out his 10-inch dick and putting it on the table. That is the person who is saying that I'm so repressed, I get overstimulated. This woman was telling us very proudly that she used to be a fuck toy for white boy frats in college. And you're repressed saying that? How can you be repressed saying that? How?
proposal videos, they're like already overstimulating.
Okay, so here's the thing that I think is like very I think the relatable thing is not wanting to make out with your partner in front of your entire family.
Yes.
But most people just do it because they're like, oh, I don't want my partner to feel embarrassed in this moment, even though they're like, ugh. And you're just like, you just feel the ugh.
and that's the thing. That is the second problem. Andrew Schultz is taking a matter that should be deeply personal within the family. He's taking it and turning it into content. 1. 2, he's not solving the problem. 3, he's trying to make jokes about it because, I mean, the world has changed. Comedy podcasts or podcasts by comedians form part of your comedy act. So he's turning it into a joke. This is an act. Everybody must realize that podcasts are part of your act as a comic. So he's turning his friend's, near demise of his marriage into an act, into content. And it's not funny because no one would do the same with his wife and the challenges they've had in their marriage, or no one else has done that. But I and most men with any integrity would ever take a challenge like this between a man and his wife, a wife who is unruly, who is recalcitrant, and take it on the pod and have the woman talk about how she dodges her husband kisses. No, you gather her around in the house. You don't do this, but at least you sit her down and have a conversation. Not bring it on your 2 million subscriber podcast, 4 million, whatever it is. So that's why I think this guy is a scumbag. Like, you, and obviously, Akash is going to agree to it because saying, what's his name, Schultz is a bigger comic than he is. But I would never do that. If a Joe Rogan or somebody is having problems with their wife, saying some stupid shit, he wouldn't. It's retarded to bring that shit on your podcast. But he doesn't know that. I thought we were saying we're not.
But I do think it is. I do think it's relatable though to have that sensation of like I don't want to be intimate around my like brother, sisters, or mom, dad.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that is. I think that's relatable to people.
Yeah.
But most people just do it and then do a quick one. Like my wife will just give me like a quick smooch and then go back to doing
it. We never saw our parents kissing ever, so it's like so foreign to us.
This is an interesting thing that a lot of the internet might not understand. Yeah. But it's like your family, your parents were not like romantically in love at all. And would you say yours?
You could cut romantically.
You know what I mean? Were they both arranged? Were the marriages both arranged? Yeah. And sometimes arranged marriage, it's a freak off. They love fucking all the time.
Yeah. Probably. But they don't show us. Even they don't see it.
So, yeah. I mean...
Me one.
And look at him. He's trying his best to make it comedic, and it's painful to watch. Look, he's laughing before everyone else does.
Here we go. Okay. Well, so, yeah.
Bring that.
Let's see. The attempt. Let's see. So it's a joke. So literally, just as a way to conclude, because as I said, I can't stand this one. Literally, he has turned his marriage, the intimacy issues with his wife, he has turned it into a joke. Everyone is laughing, happy, funny. That is a shame, because marriage is supposed to be a sacred bond, that society respects, and everyone has that tacit understanding that marital issues should be kept private. But this idiot brings it to his podcast with his friends, and they're all laughing. He doesn't realize that secretly they're laughing at him. They're not laughing with him. It's a shame. So really, this episode isn't really what's wrong with women. Yes, the woman is terrible, but the conclusion, the man assists in the terribleness. He encourages it by putting her on his podcast. Like, this is the way. Normally, as a man, think about it. Normally, as a man, if you're married, your wife will never be on your podcast. A podcast is for you and the boys to go there, talk your shit. But the way she, a nobody, gets on the podcast is by starting her own podcast and talking all sorts of shit that goes viral, makes him look bad, and now she's on the bigger platform. And that's women. So, Jasleen Singh, what's wrong with women? They never shut the fuck up. They just fucking don't. They don't understand the meaning of honor. They don't understand honor. They don't understand that a woman speaking poorly of her husband, comparing other men to him, all those kind of things, they don't understand that it brings down, decimates, and desecrates a man's honor. In some societies, when you desecrate the honor and you bring shame to the society, they can do this to you, bro. They do that. They do this terrible thing. So, the fact that most women don't understand this, we've seen, it's not just she, but many women speak the way she does. So, what's wrong with men? They don't understand honor. Oh yeah, so this is a solution. This is a summary from Salt of the Earth. It says, as a man, you feel the picking a wife when your wife is on podcast. It's never a good sign. It's a telltale sign your wife suffers from attention-seeking disorder. What did I say about the first woman in episode 1? All women want attention. They are false goddesses. They just want you to worship them. They just want you to find them attractive, find them desirable. That's what they do all it takes. They put on makeup, they do all sorts of things false. Eyelashes, makeup, hair extensions, lashes, boob jobs, whatever. It's a false image. So, picking a wife. I don't want to break this down, but we'll put a pin in this phrase, picking a wife, because invariably, think about it. All women take selfies. Right? All women take selfies. If there are 1 billion selfies being taken, 900 million of them are taken by women. Why? Women take more selfies than men. Why? Think about that. Why do women take more selfies than men? If a man takes pictures, it will be pictures of other things. But women take more pictures of themselves than other things. Think about that. So, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share. I'll see you in the next one. Out.
Do I invoke the ancient pact of Viking? Once more, the wicked stand before us, threatening the sacred communion between your realm and mine.
We have been here before. We watch your petty world slumbering. You cannot defy the cold of our steel. You can only surrender.
I saw a long ship made of the claws of dead men. The raids drove everyone to the shore. My daughter too. No man who meets the hunt returns to this world. I returned.